Good evening, students. Uh, I was back there busy for the few days, so I cannot upload any video. But now I'm here and we'll discuss some five questions for the previous year gate and continue our procedure, or you can say the work that is going on. So the first question is from gate 2015, which is a very interesting question, and it can be asked anytime. And this question is actually from physical chemistry. Okay, it is from physical chemistry. And what was that question? Physical chemistry, and specifically saying that this question is from chemical kinetics. Okay, and in that chemical kinetics it is from your activation energy. Okay, so it is being given that a reaction is going like this, and we have constants like this. Okay, and we have to find out the relation, relation between these k values, okay. So what is the relationship? So whenever you have such kind of question, you can give the answer. You can give that answer in easily by this formula, that when we have k1 and k3, they can be in multiple, and when we have opposite reaction, they will be on the numerator side. And the correct option for this question is like this: k1, k3, k2 and k4. Okay, let me correct you here. Whenever you are doing such kind of question, you have been asked for the activation energy, or for the relation which is correct. So when you see this equation, you know that E plus S is being added, and we have a transition state which is ES, and then the product side has P plus E as your product. So when this reaction is going in the forward direction, we have k1 and k3 which are in positive side, then they will be in multiple or in the numerator side. When this reaction is seen in the reverse order, you can see here k4 and k2 are describing the reverse direction reaction. So it is k2 into k4. This is your final answer. Okay, there are many combinations of the answer given in other options, but this is the correct one. So you have to correct this like this. Okay, the next question is from bioinorganic. As you know that every year get asked question from bioinorganic, so you cannot skip bioinorganic topic. And the question is very simple: at what pH O2 is binding with hemoglobin? You know that hemoglobin Hb is a carrier molecule, is a carrier molecule for oxygen. Okay, the hemoglobin carries oxygen molecule with itself. So when hemoglobin carries oxygen, they are asking at what pH this process take place more efficiently. Okay, so you have to rememberize this pH value, which is 7.4. Whenever we have 7.4 pH, the O2 binds hemoglobin more efficiently. That's your question. The next one is the electrical conductivity of a metal. The electrical conductivity, the electrical conductivity, how it varies with temperature. Temperature dependency is being asked from you. So it is very clear, whenever you increase the temperature, the molecules will move out or move in a very rapid way, and the the electricity or the charge carriers will generate higher potential, or you can say higher electricity. But there is only one parameter which is going to decrease on increasing the temperature, which is your electrical conductivity. If you have read the conductance chapter, then you should remember that every parameter, say its specific conductivity or any other conductivity, will be increased with increase in temperature, but the only electrical conductivity is that parameter which will decrease on increasing the temperature. So there is a reverse relationship with this. Okay, so the correct option is, with increase in temperature the electrical conductivity will decrease. Okay, that's your third question, I guess. The fourth one is, among the following, which one is non-aromatic? Okay, it is asked that which one is non-aromatic. It is not being asked with whether it is anti-aromatic or aromatic. You have been asked for the non-aromatic part. So you can do this question easily, but you have to just non-aromatic. You have to choose non-aromatic. Okay. So the first is this one. Okay. This is the first one. The second one is this. The third option is this. Okay. And this one is your last. Okay. Yeah. So you have to choose what? Non-aromatic. You know that this is aromatic, this is anti-aromatic, this is anti-aromatic, okay, and this is also aromatic, because you have 6 pi system here. Okay, so this one is your option which is non-aromatic. Okay, yeah, it is not called anti-aromatic because from the when the carbon number increases with increases from 7 to 8 or higher than that, then non-aromatic concept is there. It is not called anti-aromatic no more. Okay, anti-aromatic is being converted to non-aromatic. So this lies in the category of anti-aromatic, but due to the size factor, due to the ring size factor, it is called non-aromatic. Okay, fine. The next question is Tollens test. It is also a very easy question, but it is from biomolecules. Okay, so Tollens test, you all know that Tollens test is being done. Tollens test is negative for which molecule? So it is also a question based on your memory. Okay, first one is mannose, the next one is maltose, the third one is glucose, and then is your sucrose. Yeah, that's your options. Mannose, maltose, glucose, these are monosaccharides. They are positive for Tollens test, so they are not your answer. But sucrose is negative for Tollens test. Okay, so that's your correct answer. This question is also from memory based energy, or you can say memory based question. When you have the concepts or you know that answer, then only can you do these types of questions. So thank you so much for watching this video and joining with me. Next time I will have more 5 questions of the GATE previous year, and we'll do that. and we'll do until our exam comes, which is on Feb. So thank you so much for joining me.